Get your fucking notepads ready. I'm about to tell you how to cook a fucking delicious ass chicken parm. You ready? Here we go. First of all, if your chicken is in the fucking freezer, you need to make sure it's room temperature. So if you have to take it out of the freezer, if it's in the freezer, you might as well buy a new pack of fucking chicken. That's the first thing. Boom. Once you have your chicken, you take that shit out of the fucking plastic. Bruh. Thank you, Josh. You take that shit out of the plastic. You put it on your cutting board. All right? Now, take a very sharp knife. Make sure you sharpen your knife. For all of you out there who think it's okay to use dull knives, fuck you. You guys are pieces of shit. Fucking sharpen your knives. Get a knife sharpener. All right? Get a knife sharpener, all right? Stop being fucking assholes about it. Sharpen your fucking knife, all right? Because we're about to do a fucking technique that not everyone can do. All right. Now your chicken breast, one side of it is very thick. The other side is very thin. So you want to do a technique called butterfly your chicken, all right? So you're going to take the thick side of the chicken. That's where you're going to take your knife and you're going to cut basically inside. Take the midsection of your chicken breast on the thick side of the chicken and cut between it. And it should basically cut like this, all right? Until you get a perfect chicken breast that looks like this. If your chicken breast does not look like my fucking hands, you did a poor job. Try to be careful not to cut all the way through. Okay? So, take a mallet and you can either put parchment paper or tissue, or Bounty, like paper towel. Put your paper towel or your parchment paper over your chicken and beat it. You want to make sure that your chicken is completely the same fucking level on all sides, right? Or you can take a roller and roll out your chicken because chicken is very flexible. Chicken breast is very flexible. You can roll it out. Make sure it's on all sides, okay? Make sure all sides are even because if one side is thick and another side is very thin, it is not going to cook properly. Heed my fucking advice. Your seasoning. This is very important. You are going to use salt, pepper. Salt, pepper. Really, that's all you need. If you want to get fucking fancy with it, I suggest put some paprika. Put some fucking parsley. Put some parsley. And don't be a bitch, all right? Don't be a fucking asshole either. Get some fresh parsley. Chop that bitch up. Put it in. Sprinkle it in like fucking Salt Bae, all right? Sprinkle that bitch in like Salt Bae. You put your parsley. You can really get fancy with this, all right? Make sure you don't over-season your fucking chicken. If you over-season it with salt, that shit is trash. Throw that shit in the garbage. Start over. Go back to the fucking deli or not the deli. Go back to the fucking supermarket and grab some new chicken. Make sure when you're putting pepper, don't put the fucking flick bottle and go like this. No. You want to make sure you get this pepper. Does everybody recognize this? Does everybody recognize this motion? Okay. Make sure that you put this, all right? This is the pepper that you want to use, all right? Once you put the pepper there, yes, grind the pepper. Got you. Mav fucking knows. She understands. All right. If you want to get fancy with it, you can even put some garlic powder. I don't usually do it, but I've tried it once and it was delicious. All right. Once you do that, put it to the side. I suggest putting some elastic wrap over your chicken. Put it in the fridge. Leave it there. We still have noodles to prepare. Spaghetti, I mean, and we still have everything else. Now, here comes the important part. You are going to take. You need white flour. Don't be an asshole and buy brown fucking flour. Buy white flour. I highly suggest buying fucking Pillsbury. Buy the Pillsbury Doughboy powder. And make sure you get panko fucking breadcrumbs. Don't be a piece of shit and get some fucking seasoned breadcrumbs. That's horse shit. Make sure you get either regular panko or fucking... Make sure you get regular panko or fucking seasoned panko. Do you understand me? Panko! You're on the right track. Here we go. Once you get your panko, make sure you season your panko, even if it's already seasoned. If it's already seasoned, just put more parsley in it. If it's not seasoned, put garlic, salt, pepper, and parsley. Now you need your eggs. Chat room, your eggs are so fucking important. You need only 2 to 3 eggs. Either 2 large eggs or 3 small-sized eggs. That's the ratio. You crack them, put them in a bowl. Whip the motherfuckers up, alright? You whip them just like this. This speed, alright? If you're going like this, you're an asshole. It needs to be this speed. You see how fast my arm is moving? Huh? This speed! You're fucking whipping your eggs like this? Don't fucking serve breakfast to me. Fuck your eggs, alright? Make sure you're beating it this fucking fast, alright? Alright, I need to calm down. I need to focus. Alright? Poor egg. But listen up. Make sure you whip your eggs. This is really important. If you don't whip your eggs, your shit is gonna be bad. Alright? Whip your eggs, salt, pepper, nothing else. Don't be an asshole and put everything else that you put in previously. No parsley, no garlic, salt, pepper. Don't put no fucking paprika. Don't put any cracked pepper. I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but put that shit. Salt, pepper, that's it. Cumin, what do you think this shit is? You think this shit is the fucking Food Network? No! Not at all! Alright, Mav. I'll give you a chance because I like you. But listen up. Now, let's recap. We got our eggs ready. We have our breadcrumbs ready. We have eggs, chicken ready. Here is the last step. This is where you get the Mr. Pillsbury Doughboy and get the fucking flour. Now, I didn't even mention containers. Make sure that your eggs are in a bowl. Make sure that your breadcrumbs are in a large bowl. Make sure that your powder, your flour is in a bowl or in a container that you can seal up. Okay? Make sure that it's in there. I'm just letting you know, chat. Now, you want to fully season your fucking white flour. Because then it's going to taste metallic unless you don't. You ever have fucking bacon powder wings? Well, let me tell you something. That's what it's going to taste like unless you don't season your shit. Garlic powder. Don't be an asshole and put too much. Black pepper. Okay. Yo, what's up, Riz? Black pepper. Okay. Mix it up with a... Take a fucking fork. Don't take a fucking... Do not take so many pieces of shit. Yeah, don't be a piece of shit. You're pretty much ready to go. There's still 2 steps you need to do. Here we go. Make sure you can do this in a non-stick pan or an iron pan. The same iron pan that you cook your steaks. You take a non-stick pan or an iron pan. Nothing fucking else. Alright? Nothing else. Alright? Anything else is completely unfucking civilized. Take your chicken out the fridge. Wait 15 minutes. Never cook your meat at cold temperatures. Always cook your meat at room temperatures. Room temperature should be at least 70 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. For all of you Brits out there, that's probably 23 to 25 degrees Celsius. All right, here we go. You take your chicken, You take it out after the 15 minutes where you let it get room temperature. You take your chicken, well seasoned, all the season was able. Now, chat, I highly recommend seasoning your meat a day before, because then all the ingredients get in there. Make sure your room temperature is at least 75 degrees. All right? For all of you unsung heroes out there, make sure you invest in a fucking thermometer. Take your chicken, put it inside of the flour. Take the flour. Remember what I said. Make sure you have a container that has a lid. Put the chicken inside of there. Shake it up. Shake that motherfucker up like it's a motherfucking earthquake. All right? Take that out of the flour and chat room. Make sure you're going to do this motion with your chicken, meaning you're going to toss your chicken around to take away any excess powder, white flour from your chicken, all right? You see the remote? I dropped my remote. You see this pen? Make sure you're doing it like that. Make sure you're getting rid of that. I love that motion. Good. Good. Take your chicken and put it in the egg wash. Remember, we put nothing in the egg wash but parsley. You put one side, flip it on the other side, all right? You take that chicken and you put it in your panko. Okay? Literally just like that. Pow! Chicken! Pow!
Sensational.
Exactly. All right. Make sure that you take some of the breadcrumbs on your hand and wash it out. Egg wash first, then motion, then the chicken after you season in a small bowl. While it's cold, no! Make sure it's not cold. Make sure everything is room temperature. Here we go. Chicken. White flour. Motion. After motion is done, put it in egg wash. Both sides. Both sides. Got that? You're gonna grab it, put it in your panko breadcrumbs. Usually the panko breadcrumbs are in a large bowl. Make sure you're shaking it, alright? Too much work? Man, what kind of shit is this? What do you think this shit is? Huh? What do you think this shit is, girl? When you want to make good chicken parm, you gotta put in the work. Once the heat is high, you're gonna put either extra virgin olive oil or you're gonna put coconut oil. I highly recommend coconut oil. Is really delicious, but I always use extra virgin olive oil. You put the extra virgin olive oil, make sure you put enough where it takes at least 1 inch of oil. All right, you're gonna fry the chicken for 1 minute per side. Make sure that you cook one side of it for 1 minute, 60 seconds. All right, once it's cooked for 1 minute, you flip it to the other side. Make sure it's in high heat. One side of it should look crispy brown. Once you complete the 2 minutes of your chicken, take it out, let it rest. Now, if you're preparing multiple chickens for people, multiple chicken parms, do the same process if you're doing 2 to 3 or even 4 chicken breasts. Take your chicken breasts. Now, your chicken breasts are going to be roughly this size, so it's going to be a big piece of chicken. Boom! Make sure that your oven is preheated between 350 and 400 degrees Fahrenheit. 350 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? You take your chicken parm, you put it on a pan. You put it on a pan. All right? A pan that's roughly this size. All right? Now, you can either make your own tomato sauce or you can buy some ragu. Both work just fine. I am not going to teach you how to make your own tomato sauce. I recommend buying your own tomato sauce. Before you put your tomato sauce, your noodles, you can either make your own noodles or you can buy some fucking noodles out of the fucking grocery. I recommend buying some fucking noodles. Make sure that they are spaghetti noodles. Make sure you take a big pot. Put room temperature water. Do not put hot temperature water. Do not put your shit in high temperature and then expect that shit to boil. No. Make sure that you put room temperature water. Okay? Oh god. Oh god. Put your ragu. Take a spoon of ragu. Put it over your crispy chicken. Then you are going to take fresh mozzarella. Fresh! Don't be a piece of shit and buy some bullshit mozzarella. Get some fresh mozzarella. Once all that's done, the moment you know that the chicken is ready is when the cheese has fully melted and there is a crispy brown crust over the cheese. Once you get there, the chicken is done. Take the chicken out. At this point, your spaghettis should have been boiled. Now, for all you fuckheads who think it's okay to take a fucking stick of spaghetti and rip it in half, do not do that to your spaghetti. Don't do that. Put all of your spaghettis, put it in the pot. Take your tongs, not your thongs. Take your tongs and spin it around in the pot. If you're a piece of shit who thinks it's okay to take out your spaghetti and split it in half, fuck you. You never do that. You never split. I gotta take some of these off. You never split them in half. All right? You never split them in half. Ever. All right? Never split them in half. That's the first thing.
Jesus Christ.
So, with that being said, once your noodles are done, you take out your noodles, you strain them in a strainer. Make sure you shake the strainer, okay? Make sure you shake the strainer. Make sure there's no excess water. Put a little dab of butter or olive oil to make sure that your noodles don't stick, okay? Take your noodles, put a plate. Take your plate, put the noodles. Make sure you put about that much noodles. Take a little leaf of parsley, put it on top of the noodles. Take your chicken, and you're done. You're done. You're actually done. You're done. You are done with your fucking chicken.